Today, we are going to be ranking every single arc in One Piece. But, we're not going to rank them on the story, or the characters, or how cool Luffy was, or anything like that. We're going to be ranking them based on the islands. For example, Alabasta, Giant Desert, Sea. That's what we're doing it for every single island, which means something like Thriller Bark, because it's a giant ship island, and it's cool, it's got the whole Halloween theme and all that. That's an A+. Yep, this is that kind of video. Anyways, let's get into it. So, Drum Island. Cherry Blossom thing was pretty cool. That, whole pinkish hue to the island looked awesome. Apart from that, it's snowy. It's got the mountains, those are interesting. Couple of villages, little castle. B. Drum Island's cool, right? It's kind of middle of the pack. Lowest on here is D, so this is more of a C tier than the actual C. Moving on, we got Jaya. Jaya, the skull-shaped island. It's got, goodness, it's got a jungle and like a town. I mean, I'm gonna put that as C+. I think Drum Island has some moments where the island looks really cool, whereas Jaya's it's pretty bland. It's mostly used to set up Skypiea. Skypiea, that is actually something I would say is an S tier island. The whole moment with the knock-up stream when you're going up, then the Straw Hats burst into the clouds and everything's revealed and like, whoa, there's an island up here and all that. That's awesome. It's one of the coolest moments in the show as far as islands are concerned. So because of that, I'm going to put it at a nice, a fantastic S tier. Now we've got Long Ring, Long Land. Horrible Arc, Stupid Island, D tier. Moving on. Water 7. Water 7, it's a really cool island. It's got the whole water slide thing going down it. It's a big ship maker place. Ranking Water 7, I'm going to put that in S tier too. It's really cool, like awesome, fantastic, but S+ is not, Water 7 stuff. Post Enies Lobby is going at S2. Enies Lobby. Now for Enies Lobby, I think realistically this is an A tier. It's cool. It's got the whole like floating in the middle of nowhere with the waterfalls going down. And then it's the first entrance we get to the triangle that connects Impel Down, Marineford, Enies Lobby, like the government facilities and all that. So Enies Lobby's cool, but it's not a boat island. It's not a giant crazy fountain with water slides. And it's not a sky island. So that's an A. It's good, nothing insane. Moving on. Sabaody Archipelago. I love this island. The design is phenomenal. A+, right? I don't think it gets an S. I think that's being awfully generous and biased towards Sabaody. But I think it definitely deserves an A+, really high spot because the place is awesome. It's just this fantastic atmosphere, and then it's the last big island before the Red Line and all that. So Sabaody's gonna get an A+. Moving on. Romance Dawn. So for this one, we're going to take the island, instead of the marine base at the beginning of the show, we're going to go and talk about the Goa Kingdom, Fuchsia Village, where Luffy grew up. I'm going to put that at B, right? It's got some interest to it. It's got a couple different places. The jungle's kind of interesting. It's more interesting than a Jaya, but it's not an Enies Lobby or anything. So I'm going to put it at B. It's a cool island, nothing insane. Moving on. Amazon Lily. Goodness. The snakeheads, the crater, woman warriors, and all that, which, that's a story thing, so we're not going to count that. The jungle. Goodness. I think Amazon Lily is our first S+. The island's incredible. The snakeheads are just epic. Epic. The jungle's really cool. There's not too much to say about it, but everything that's in there is just peak. Amazon Lily is an amazing island. Our first S+. Let's move on. Now we've got Impel Down. Impel Down is kind of an island, kind of not. It's sort of like Enies Lobby in terms of island level, but it's cooler. So that's going to get an A+. Marineford, though, is cooler than that. So that's going to get an S. And then we got Post-War. Post-War is kind of difficult because the whole Straw Hat Crew's broken up. They're on different islands. And then you got the Luffy flashback, but then Luffy's also training on an island. And just a lot of stuff is going on all at once. So because of that, the diversity of the islands, there's a lot of cool islands there. We're going to put that at A+. I don't think it's an S because some of the islands aren't the craziest ever. But I think enough of them are really cool to where it gets an A+. So, return to Sabaody. That's going to go up with Sabaody. Moving on. Fishman Island. Fishman Island. I'm going to have to put this at probably an A. I like it. It has kind of a similar feel to Sabaody with the bubbles and all that. But it's a little bit boring because it's just an island in a bubble. And that's it. So, for those reasons, we're going to put it at A. It's not quite an A+, but it's still a respectable island. Pretty cool. Moving on, we got Punk Hazard. So this is your traditional fire and ice with a little bit of toxic thrown in there. Theme for an island, which makes it cooler than most. It's not a B, it's not a B+, but I don't think it's an S tier because it is pretty generic. So I'm going to put it in A, right below Sabaody, Thriller Bark, Impel Down, Post-War, all those really cool islands. It's still pretty cool, but not quite up there. Moving on, Dressrosa. I'm going to be honest, the island's cooler than Drum Island, cooler than Goa Kingdom, Fuchsia Village, and all that, but it's only a B+. It's generic kingdom with a castle, right? And I guess you got the flower field and all that, but that's nothing insane. So B+, cool island, nothing incredible. So, that's an S+. That's above Amazon Lily. That's an S+++. You can't have a giant elephant walking around for 1,000 years with this crazy kingdom of furries on its back and not have that be an S+ island. I think Zou is probably the second best island, or I guess location at this point, in the whole story. Zou is awesome, incredible place, phenomenal, S+ tier, easily. Then moving on, we got Whole Cake. So Whole Cake's really cool. It's definitely up here. There's a lot of them up here. Whole Cake is, you got the Whole Cake Chateau, you got all the different food groups on all the islands. I mean, it has amazing theming. It has definitely, monumental Whole Cake Chateau. That's a crazy landmark. I love the theming and the landmark. I don't think it's S+, but I think that is an S. So Whole Cake, great island, top of the list. Well, not the top, but you get it. Orangetown, generic town, C. Right? Even Jaya has more to offer. Orangetown's just meh. Now, quick heads up, I haven't seen Reverie or Wano Country. So, well, the Reverie arc or the Wano arc. I know, crazy, wow, Wano's peak and all that. Yes, I will watch it. For now, though, these are going to get honorary S+, because I haven't seen them and therefore can't really rank them. If I had to guess where they go, I'd say Wano's probably an S+ or an S, and then Reverie's probably maybe a B+, right? Kind of giving Dressrosa vibes. Moving on, we got Syrup Village. It's cool. It's boring, but it's kind of calm. That's gonna go with Jaya, C+. I like Syrup Village, right? Baratier. Boat, restaurant, platform. That's a B+. It's cool. I love Baratier. Amazing arc, but in terms of like how awesome the location is, it's not a toxic wasteland with fire and ice that was created by this giant battle of titans, right? So it's a B+, right? It can't compare to the admirals or the world government or the greatest shipbuilders on Earth. Like, it can't compare to all those places. But it's pretty cool. It's like a kingdom level of coolness, I guess. So we're gonna put that B+. I don't like doing Baratier like that, but kind of have to. Moving on, Arlong Park. So we've got Kokiyashi Village and Arlong Park. Generic island plus a couple points. B+, too. Arlong Park's cool. It's destroyed now, so we're rating it before Luffy destroyed Arlong Park. So it's a cool place. The location's interesting, but it's nothing phenomenal. It's just above average. Moving on, Log Town. It's a city. It's kind of like Sabaody, where Sabaody's the first place before, you know, the Red Line to the New World, right? This is the last place before you get to the Grand Line from the East Blue. So because of that significance, I'm going to put it at A, but because Sabaody has other things going for it, that's why it gets A+. Moving on, Reverse Mountain. Nope. You're an S+. You're going above these. These are honorary. Reverse Mountain is just one of the best moments in the show, I would argue. With the whole going merry, heading up Reverse Mountain, then at the top it flies into the air. Luffy with his hands up, like, that's iconic. Every One Piece fan knows it. Every One Piece fan loves it. Reverse Mountain is an incredible place. Even though they're only there for a very short period of time, it's still awesome. Easily like top, I guess, 5. I don't know if that should be there. Easily top 5 places in all of One Piece. Incredible location. Moving on. Whiskey Peak. So I'm gonna put this at D+, which kind of sounds, you know, unfair. Like, it wasn't a terrible location. It was fine. But it's boring. Whiskey Peak just has nothing going for it. It's got a town, some hills and stuff, and that's kind of it. So D+. It's really boring. It's kind of like, it's a little bit better than Long Land, but you know, Whiskey Peak as a location wasn't anything phenomenal. And last but not least, Little Garden. We've got the giant skeletons, volcano. It's a cool island. I think that's a B, right? It's about average in terms in the world of One Piece, where everything is just so over the top and awesome and grand, right? It's nothing like a Reverse Mountain. It's not as bad as Long Land, or any of that. It's not cooler than an Arlong Park. It's not as mellow as a Sierra Village, so nice respectable B. Good job, Little Garden. And here's the final tier list. We got these for S+, these for S, A+, A, B+, B. And we've got some lower ones down in C+, Jaya Sierra Village, C for Alabasta Orange Town, D+ for Whiskey Peak, and D, Long Land. Very sucky island. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Every day we should be trying to post a video, or at least every other day. So check up on the channel, see what's out, and yeah, enjoy your day. This is pretty cringe. You should probably click off right now. Seriously, watch something else. Okay, bye.